Hi again. So we are still in chapter 1, international banking. In the subtopic of components of IB, which is in the third components, under the third components of integration or internalization. So I'm going to highlight about euro currency. Okay, when we've heard about euro currency, in this international banking sector, it doesn't only refers to the euro currency itself. As you know, this euro currency being widely used in 19 EU countries. The EU countries such as Austria, Cyprus, Finland, France, Germany, Italy, Malta, Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain, and so on. Right. There's a few more countries. Maybe you would like to check in Google later on. What are the 19 EU countries? Okay. So these countries are using euro currency. Okay. So this euro currency, which had been actually used in Italy at first. So Italy adalah negara pertama yang mula menggunakan euro currency. But in this chapter, this euro currency, it doesn't refers to the euro currency only. Okay, bermakna bukan merujuk kepada euro mata wang euro itu sahaja. Euro currency dekat international banking ni, it means that, okay, the words euro currency itself refers to, refers to a currency being deposited by its national governments or corporations outside its home country. Okay, so apabila sesuatu negara tu deposit dia punya currency negara dia, dan deposit dekat luar negara. Okey. Luar daripada negara origin dia, kita panggil itu adalah euro currency. Okey. So commonly this kind of currency being held at any banks located outside of the country's origin. Okay, dia diletakkan ataupun di-place dekat luar daripada country asal dia. For example, okay, kalau di Malaysia, kita punya currency adalah ringgit Malaysia. So, if we deposit some Malaysian ringgit, let's say at London, at UK, so this currency which being deposited, walaupun pada asalnya dia adalah Malaysia ringgit, so kita panggil dia adalah euro currency. The same thing if South Korea. South Korea punya mata wang apa? Won, kan? Yes. So kalau this won Korean deposited at a bank in South Africa, for example, diletakkan di Afrika Selatan. So also this term we also refers or call it as euro currency. Okay, so kena faham what does it mean by euro currency over here. Okay. Next part adalah international banks also dia kata participating with other international banks to lend large sums amount of money to multinational companies. Maknanya international bank juga participate in international lending. So dia bagi satu pinjaman yang berjumlah besar, could be million, could be billion or trillion. Right. So to those multinational companies who needs capital for project financing and sovereign governments needing fund, dan juga yang diperlukan oleh government di negara tersebutlah untuk economic development. So, could you name any one of MNCs in Malaysia, for example? Right. So this one I'll leave it to you to find out. Okay, if you could name one companies which is under the categories of MNC, it will be quite some fun lah to know, kan. Kena tahu juga siapakah MNCs yang ada di Malaysia ni. Right. So if you could name one, or you could name 5, it will be better. Okay, so nanti kita discuss later in our class. Right. Okay, next part adalah integration or internalization, areas in which international banks also typically have expertise to provide consulting services and advice to their clients in the form of, okay, dia boleh jadi juga international bank ni dia provide kepakaran dan juga consultant punya services, kepakaran, nasihat dan tunjuk ajar dalam bidang foreign exchange or hedging strategies, forex. Okay, hedging ni refers to the same option and futures contract yang saya explain earlier. Profit sharing pre-agreed ratio or interest, sekiranya memerlukan profit sharing in terms of ratio or in terms of interest rate when they do lending and so on. Okay, currency swap financing, bertukar-tukar currency, and international cash management services, dan provide service of cash management services, tunjuk ajar dan nasihat untuk manage the money, untuk invest kat mana, untuk simpan dekat mana dan so on. Okay, so this is under the components of integration or internalization lah. Apa yang kita boleh maksudkan dengan area of international banking. Right, so here we go to the next part. Okay, tajuk yang kedua dalam chapter 1 ini, which is evolution of international banking. So last class when I asked you about evolution, so you said evolution is about developing. Evolution is about berkembang. Betul. So dia berkembang dan dia develop from satu form ke satu form yang lain, kan? So dalam banking sector pun sama. It's have been through a lot of phases actually. Banyak fasa dah. Okay, daripada sejarah awal tamadun manusia, okay, dan terbentuknya sektor perbankan ni. Okay, so kita bagi kepada divide by 2 phases, which is pertama adalah colonial banking, kedua adalah modern banking. So kita akan discuss one by one. Right. So for colonial banking, right, zaman kolonial ni faham zaman kolonial ni agak lama zaman, yes, kalau you selalu relate dengan zaman penjajahan, right? Okay, so kita ada daripada zaman tamadun Islam, sebelum tamadun Islam, daripada tamadun yang terawal seperti termasuklah tamadun Sumeria dan sebagainya, kan? So beyond that kita ada selepas tu pada zaman tamadun Islam tu kita ada zaman gelap Eropah, and then makin berkembang sampai ke hari ini. Okay, so colonial banking, apa yang kita boleh cerita, okay, can be seen before the 16th century. Okay, sebelum abad ke-16, okay, kebanyakan dia kata nature of banks mostly holding deposits and making loan. Pada masa itu, okay, bank hanyalah berfungsi sebagai tempat untuk simpan wang, okay, holding deposit sahaja, dan juga tempat untuk tempat untuk buat pinjaman. Okay, alright. So this is apa yang berlaku pada zaman dululah, kan, right? So kalau dalam sudut Islamik pula, memang kita daripada zaman Nabi lagi kita trading dan sebagainya. So daripada zaman tu lagi sebenarnya dah ada unsur-unsur pinjam meminjam ni. Cuma dalam Islam pada masa itu pinjaman wang yang dibuat tidak ada riba, tidak ada interest, kerana memang jelas it's being prohibited lah, dilarang lah, kan, in Islam. Okay, but di Eropah pada masa itu, alright, they are keep growing. Okay, so this kind of activities like holding deposit and making loans ni makin lama makin berkembang. In Greece and Rome, for example, The holy venues such as religious temples were used and served as banks because they often had treasuries and held valuable items. Sorry for the typing error, so maybe you could change this one. Often, OFTEN. Right, in Greece and Rome, di mana mereka menggunakan holy temple mereka, kuil-kuil mereka, dan di kuil inilah penganutnya membuat pinjaman wang. Sebab kalau kita tengok di zaman Greek dan Yunani, tamadun Yunani dan Rom ini, mereka memang menyimpan statue atau patung, dan patung-patung ni juga kadang-kadang dipakaikan emas, valuable, any valuable item. Ada banyak barang-barang yang sangat berharga. So dari sana mereka cipta satu skim yang mana penganutnya boleh simpan valuable item dekat sini, dan juga boleh meminjam juga dekat sini. Right, in Greece and Rome. So they could also make loans to people that they knew, which solve the problem of information asymmetry between lenders and borrower. Maknanya dia boleh selesaikanlah masalah di antara yang ada duit lebih dan yang tak cukup duit. Something like that. So yang ada duit lebih simpan dekat situ, yang tak cukup duit boleh pinjam dekat situ. Dan of course saya rasa zaman ni pun diorang dah start dah pakai istilah interest ataupun riba. Maknanya kalau dah pinjam tu, you have to pay more, right? And colonialism that came out in the late 18th century was considered as preferred system for the exploitation of the lesser developed nation. Maknanya dekat sini bila bermulanya tahun 1800 tu dah wujud dah sistem-sistem perbankan yang macam ni, dan dia memang cuba exploit especially negara-negara yang kurang maju, yang masih lagi miskin. Mereka cuba menjajah negara-negara tersebut dan memperkenalkan sistem perbankan yang dia ada. Niat tu nampak baik, but then it's actually they are trying to conquer the countries lah. Itu pada bermula tahun 1800. Okay. So kita nak tengok juga dari mana bermulanya bank-bank yang ada ni. So British Bank biasanya bermula dengan bila dia start buka secara international tu adalah apabila dia open the branches in their Australian, Caribbean and North American koloni. Sebab pada tahun 1800 British ataupun United Kingdom ni kan sedang sibuk menjelajah ke seluruh dunia, termasuklah kalau di Malaysia, di Tanah Melayu kan, dia pun dah sampai dan pernah juga menjajah Tanah Melayu kan. So this is the dia punya start. From there, dia open dia punya banking branches in those countries. Okay. So further expansion could be traced starting from the 1850s onwards, and by the end of the century, pada penghujung tahun 1800, British Banks ni dah beroperasi di South Africa juga, dan juga Latin America dan juga India. India memang dijajah oleh British juga pada zaman tersebut kan. So by 1914, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, dia kata European nations dominated almost 85% of the world in some form of colony, dependency or control. Yang ni nanti saya sambung lagi in the next video.